Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite Cricut hacks. All of these tips and tricks I'm about to share are things that I actually use myself on a regular basis, so if you've never tried them before, I highly suggest trying them out because it can make your creative process so much easier. But before getting started, I did want to share with you something. We did it! We hit 100K on my YouTube channel, and I'm so thankful for everyone who has supported me throughout the years, so thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. So to celebrate, I'll be hosting a giveaway here on YouTube. If you want to have a chance to win a $100 gift card to Michael's, all you need to do is be subscribed to my channel, comment done with your Instagram handle, and that is it. Good luck everyone, and now let's get into the video. This first hack will give you the best results when cutting foil cardstock with your Cricut machine. Load your foil cardstock onto the cutting mat with the foil facing downwards on the mat. You would typically do it the other way around, but you will see the huge difference this simple step makes. I'm using the D-point blade with my Cricut Explore 3 machine. I went ahead and changed the material setting on Cricut Design Space to cardstock for intricate cuts, leaving the pressure at default. Before cutting it, make sure to turn on the mirror button. If your image is symmetrical, you don't necessarily need to turn it on. As the Cricut machine is cutting, you will notice the backside will have some imperfections like fraying. However, when you remove the cardstock from the mat and flip it over to the foil side, the results will look perfect. So with this trick, it helps your Cricut machine cut through the foil more smoothly and prevent fraying from happening on the foil, which will be the visible side in your project. The second hack is a gadget that I use all the time that people may not know it exists. This is a mat extender that comes in 3 pieces, but it's super easy to assemble. Each piece is labeled with letters, so you just have to match them on both sides like a puzzle and you're good to go. Both of the ends with the small hooks is where the tray will be able to hold onto the storage compartment, which is located in the bottom lid of your machine. It should look something like this. What this does is help keep your mats elevated and prevent the mats from folding while the machine is cutting, especially when you're using the large 12 by 24 inch mats. In the description box, I will have the list of the mat extenders that are compatible with your Cricut machine. I'm sure we've all run into this issue before. You need a certain cardstock color or pattern for your project, but you don't have any in hand, but you do have that color in vinyl. Well, this third hack will give you the perfect solution. Just take that adhesive vinyl and apply it on any plain cardstock you may have. Use a brayer tool to make sure it's firmly adhered. In my case, I actually wanted to make my cardstock double-sided to make a bookmark, so that's another way you could use this trick. I do this all the time when making cake toppers and other paper projects that are visible on both sides. When you cut your material, I recommend using the D-point blade so it's easier to cut through both layers. Or you could also use the fine point blade, but make sure you add more pressure to your material settings. If you see your material didn't cut all the way through the first time, before unloading your mat, click on the go button again so it cuts through your project one more time. For this bookmark, I added texture vinyl on the foil cardstock, so it did take a few cuts for it to completely cut through, but look how pretty it turned out. Now, this brings us to the next hack. If you have trouble weeding intricate cuts such as small lettering like this, using the reverse weeding method is a game changer. First, take your transfer tape and place it on your design. With a squeegee tool, burnish it, then peel off the paper backing, that way your entire design is transferred onto the transfer tape. Now, here's the trick. Weed the vinyl directly from the transfer tape. I know, it will probably feel weird at first since it's a complete opposite of what you're used to doing, but you will get the hang of it. Also, the application process is very quick since you've already done most of the work. This makes it so much easier to remove those small cuts and prevent you from losing any tiny pieces from your detailed designs or lettering. One of the most asked questions that I get is how to cut intricate designs with vinyl without making them look like this. This typically happens when the pressure on the material settings you're using is too much and the cutting machine tends to cut the intricate cuts pretty roughly, which would result in these horrible cuts. So for the fifth hack, I want to show you the material settings that I use to prevent this and get the perfect cuts every time. For the material setting, I use this washi tape option and I leave the pressure at default. I used those same settings to cut out these green leaves, and here I'm going to show you the difference between using the reverse weeding method and not using it. So here you can clearly see that did not work. And now here I'm using the reverse weeding method that we did earlier. You burnish the front, the back, you peel off the paper backing, and you weed directly from the transfer tape. I was able to weed this design so much easier than just weeding directly from the paper backing. For this project I had to weed a lot of them, so this definitely saves you so much time as well. If you own a Cricut roll holder, you can use it as a cup cradle. When you apply vinyl to tumblers or round objects, it helps keep them still without rolling around during the application process. It does fit a lot of different sized drinkware blanks like mugs and tumblers. Now, if you don't own one, here's another option for you. They have these silicone cup cradles on Amazon. They also fit the different size tumblers and mugs. Using a cup cradle is an excellent way to ensure that your vinyl application is successful every time. Before applying vinyl to any surface, it's important to make sure the surface is clean and free of oils from your fingerprints or dust. The best way to do this is to get one of these dispensing pumps from the Dollar Tree that you can find in the beauty section. Fill it up with rubbing alcohol and take a small cloth to wipe down your surface, such as mugs, tumblers, windows, etc. This dispenser is nice to have because it's mess free and easy to use. Having a clean surface will help the vinyl adhere properly and last longer. If you're tired of getting vinyl air bubbles, you need to give this wet application hack a try. After cleaning your surface with rubbing alcohol, pour a little bit of dish soap in a spray bottle filled with water and mix. Spray the mixture on the surface, align your vinyl design however you want, and remove the water with a squeegee tool. Remove the transfer tape with the help of the squeegee tool and pull it away like this to help keep the vinyl stay in place. Lastly, wipe off the water, and just like that, you will no longer struggle with vinyl air bubbles. It's a very simple method, and I think it's worth taking that extra step if you find you keep getting air bubbles on your projects. Sometimes applying a vinyl design on a curved surface can get tricky. Here's the 9th hack to help you out. After weeding and applying your transfer tape, cut slits around the entire design, but be careful not to cut the actual vinyl. Next, remove the paper backing. This will help the transfer tape be more flexible and make it easy for you to lay the design down without the transfer tape getting stiff as you place it around the curved surface, which could possibly cause issues during the application process. Press down the middle first and then work your way on both sides with the squeegee tool to smooth it out. Once it's adhered, remove the transfer tape. For the 10th hack, here's how I easily store my vinyl rolls. I use slab bracelets from Amazon to help them stay in place after rolling them up. Before I started doing this, I used to use tape, and that was a mess because it would always leave adhesive residue on the vinyl or it would easily unroll, which was so annoying. With these slab bracelets, you don't have to worry about any of that, so that's nice. Just slap them on your vinyl rolls and you're good to go. For the 11th and last hack, I wanted to share with you how I store all of my vinyl scraps. This is an organization system that has worked best for me to keep them all organized because it can get pretty messy if you don't. I got these file organizer boxes from Amazon and I color coordinated all of the file folders using pieces of the actual vinyl to fit into the tabs. Once I have a nice stack of scraps, I place them inside each of the colored tabs. I also have one to store transfer tape scraps. I have 2 of these boxes, one for adhesive vinyl and another for my iron-on vinyl scraps. This would also be great for cardstock if you work with a lot of paper projects. I love how I can keep my scraps for future projects and still keep the mess away in my craft space. These boxes have made it so much easier for me to navigate through the colors when storing them away. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you would like to see a part 2 video in the future. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time with a new DIY.